ladies and gentlemen, members of the jury, members of the Roller Tape Film Crew. We have to talk about this. I'm gonna wait. Let me wait. Come on in. Yeah, come on in. Grab a seat. Oh, well, before you grab a seat, first of all, you have to grab a plate. Then grab a seat. I have some food for thought for you I want to serve you. Come on in. Make sure that's clear. Welcome to another episode of Roller Tape Podcast. I'm your host, Manager Marty. You don't know the name of the show, Roller Tape Podcast with Manager Marty. Once again, I'm your host, Manager Marty. Come on in. Grab a plate. Grab a seat. You making more ribs today, cut? I'll be over there later, cuz. That's my cousin in the chat. Salute to my cousin, Big Zay. I'll be over there to get some of them ribs today, cuz. Salute. Biz on the beat. What's up? What's good? I'm going to my cousin's house. Right when I'm done this live, I'm going to shoot right over there to get some of them ribs. Right? Listen, I'm not going to hold you all too long. Yeah, I just started, Ryan. Come on in. Yeah, I miss you all, by the way. I want to let you know that. Haven't seen you all in a while. Had some scheduled conflicts, but we're here now. And there's no turning back because we have to talk about this video that's basically gone almost viral, if it didn't go viral by now, with Devin Haney throwing that left hook against that carnival worker. Yeah, come on in. Yeah, come on in. Can we please allow the like button to be smashed so that the likes can be congruent with the number of viewers that we have? If you want to donate to the channel, to support the channel, it's very simple to do that. You can do that through a super chat or a super sticker, which you have control of those features right there on your phone or your electronic device. And or if you want to contribute to the channel to support the cause and what we do to improve the quality and everything else that we have to pay for over here on the show through Cash App, $ Manager Marty, MANAGERMARTY. Let's get the likes up. We need answers. You know, every time I talk about Devin Haney or Bill Haney or some of your favorite fighters, some of you, my detractors, y'all say I'm hating. Every time. It never fails. You know what? I want to speak. I don't know about, should I talk about this tomorrow or today? Should I talk about it today or should I talk about tomorrow? No, not Devin Haney. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. But I'm talking about something else that was on. I should talk about that today, shouldn't I? Or should I wait till I'll wait till tomorrow. I will wait till tomorrow. Double salute to my guy, JSir72. He's a member of the channel, and he's also a supervisor of the Roller Tape Film Crew. Always good to see you, Jay. I miss y'all. If you're just joining us live or watching the replay of this live, I want you all to know, and this is including my haters and the detractors, I miss y'all. I've been gone for a little minute. I'm back to our regularly scheduled program. This is a special edition today, but moving forward throughout the next couple of days and moving forward after that, we're going to be live. I'm going back to 5 days a week, y'all. I'm going back to 5 days a week of live broadcasting, okay? I'm not gonna hold you too long because I gotta go get the Logan Vial to give some of them ribs. You know what I mean? From my cousin. He's in the chat. From my cousin, man. Y'all go look up Soul Supplier. This is not a paid advertisement. He's family. I'm doing this on the strength. If you in the Philadelphia area, now he's not doing it today, you missed it yesterday. But he's going to start putting more platters out, man. This is what we doing. And he offered delivery service. Y'all go ahead, man. Go on the Soul Supplier on, what is it? I think he's on Instagram. I think, hey, Zeke, are you on Instagram, the Soul Supplier? He might be. Might be on Facebook, too. But if he is, he's going to let me know in the chat in a few seconds. Yep, he said, yes, sir. What'd I tell you? Y'all go in there, man. Smash that follow button on the Soul Supplier, man. That's my cousin, man. And he can cook. And I'm about to get cooking lessons. And I was just telling him yesterday. I know this don't got nothing to do with boxing. Neither do what happened with Devin Haney. So, hey, I'm going to put my plug in. But listen, that was to the people in the back, all the way back there. But listen, I'm going to get some cooking lessons from my cousin. And by the way, he just put it in the chat, okay? But I'm going to get some cooking lessons from my cousin. I've talked to him about this many years ago. You know what I mean? So, listen, I'm about to step my chef game all the way up. Yes, 2025, here we come. I'm stepping my chef game up to the max. Watch, y'all going to see? Yeah. Some of y'all don't even know how I learned how to make. Listen, let me tell you something. I went on YouTube and learned how to make instant oatmeal. And that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is, every now and then, some of us need some cooking lessons. That's all I'm saying, okay? Instant oatmeal. I had to go on YouTube to be able to. Some of y'all gonna catch that when this broadcast go over. Let's get to this. I was sent the video. Was it yesterday or Friday? One of these days this week. I was sent the video of what transpired. It was like a 40-second clip of what transpired with Devin Haney, the county fair or carnival, whichever one you want to call it. I'm going to call it carnival. That's what we call it in Philly. We don't say county fair. We say carnival. So I'm going to call it carnival in Philly, like we say in Philly, right? There was a worker. It looked like he worked on one of the rides. He manned one of the rides, I think. Or he facilitated and, you know, made sure. I don't know what his job description is. Don't get me to just making stuff up. But we know that the young man was employed by the carnival. That's what it looked like to me. And if he wasn't employed by me, that's what it looked like to me, the way he was standing there, you know, in front of the rides. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was just a random guy that, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know, and what I've seen in the past few days, that Devin Haney threw a punch at a non-professional boxer in a public environment. That's what I do know. That is a fact. We have to address the facts. Okay? We have to address the facts. I have so many great moderators that do a great job in the chat. There is the last comment that you all see that's in the chat. Moderators, I don't have to tell you what to do, but may I get at least one moderator that's here? If you're a member of the Roller Tape Film Crew, I'm trying to conduct the show, and I'm trying the best that I can not to be distracted by one of the comments that's asking me about how much I charge. Moderators, can we do something with this? Can we do something with this person, please? I appreciate it. All right. You know, we have ladies that watch me all across this world, and I don't want them looking at. I don't want them looking at. It's unnecessary. We don't need that. We know the trolls are here today, and they're going to be here on the replay of this live. And I got something for you before it's over. But let's get back to this. All we know is that Devin Haney threw a punch at the carnival. Some of you call it the county fair. From Philly, we say carnival. We don't have a county fair. Well, maybe we do, but we call it carnival, okay? Double salute to my homegirl. She's a member of the channel, supervisor of the Roll the Tape Film Crew. 2 Cents Boxing. Now, what we know, Devin Haney got into a physical altercation with a non-professional boxer. He threw a punch. Salute to my guy, Lucky. He threw a punch. It looked like it landed from what I seen. I could be wrong, but from the angle I saw, and there may be different variations of it, but he threw a punch. We know that's a fact. I don't know if the guy who he threw a punch at worked at the carnival or not. I don't know. But what we do know is apparently the guy that got rolled on, got jumped, he was not a professional boxer. We do know that. Okay? Okay. So let's address those two facts. We don't know if it was a carnival worker or not. I think it was a carnival worker. But we don't know if it was or not. So fact number one, the man was assaulted by Devin Haney and a member of Devin Haney's entourage. Okay? That's fact number one. Fact number two, this man was a non-professional boxer. He may have had some training in boxing. Or it may just be because of his culture and his heritage. Because main man got a heck of a chin. Either he got a heck of a chin, or Devin Haney need to get some increases of his dosages with the snack program. Because what I saw, and I'm not an advocate for violence, and all of you know me, know that. But from what I saw a man get sucker punched not once, but at least a minimum of 2 to 3 times from 2 to 3 different people and still was able to get back up. The man got a chin. Double salute to my guy. Knockout Boxing 86 TV. I think that's him. I think that is his logo, right? I think that's Knockout Boxing. Knockout? I see his name up there. I think that is Knockout Boxing 86 TV. Double salute to Knockout Boxing 86. All I'm saying is those are the two facts we got to deal with. Every time I say something about Devin Haney that may not be favorable, even if it's true, you know what some people say? Marty, you a hater. There you go hating on the Haneys again. There you go hating on Bill Haney again. There you go hating on Dev again. This is what I keep hearing. All I do know is those two facts. So now let's start with those two facts. Time and time again, you all have heard me say, not just about Devin Haney, but all the boxers, you've heard me say that professional boxers are a business and professional boxers are the business. And I believe I am qualified. In fact, I am probably the most qualified YouTuber in the space of YouTube boxing community to say that. That boxers, professional boxers are the business and they are a business. So I want to come from a business perspective with what transpired with Devin Haney, and I'm going to do so right now. Let's start with, there we go. Devin Haney is a business. Doesn't Devin Haney own DHP Promotions? This is what we've heard. We've seen the logo on backdrops and certain press conferences and certain weigh-ins, right? And certain build-ups of different fights that Devin Haney competed in, right? DHP Promotions, right? He owns that, right? So he is a business. He's a professional boxer, right? He is a business. So let's start there. Devin Haney sucker punched and assaulted. We have to use the word assault for a reason. I'm going to stop saying punch. I'm going to say assault. You want to know why I keep saying the word assault? I don't know if you heard that anywhere else. I'm using the word assault because a crime was committed. Y'all don't know the crime I'm talking about? You know that Devin Haney's hands as a professional boxer is registered, right? Doesn't he compete as a professional boxer actively? So him punching someone, right? I'm talking about Devin Haney or any professional boxer. Him punching someone, closed fist, is different from if you punch someone. You watching the live and you watching the replay of this live. If you are a non-professional boxer, it still may be classified legally as assault. But you know that the penalty is different because he's a registered, licensed professional boxer. Devin Haney is a business. DHP promotion, isn't that a legitimate business? Okay. So with that being said, Devin Haney is liable, possibly liable, to be sued. He's an independent contractor, correct? He doesn't have an employer, does he? No. He's self-employed. He's an entrepreneur, Devin Haney is, correct? Okay then. So as an entrepreneur, Devin Haney is a business. I'm going to tell you why he's the business also in a second. But Devin Haney is a business. This man that got assaulted, not just by Devin Haney, but he got assaulted by members of Devin Haney's camp. He could actually come out, and I wouldn't be surprised with the amount of videos that surfaced, you know, of this altercation. I wouldn't be surprised if an attorney reached out to him or are about to reach out to him. Because this is an easy lick. This right here, this is an easy lick against Devin Haney. Why? Because he threw a punch. And I believe he landed that punch. That's enough, and because it's on tape. Someone standing feet away behind the Haneys that they probably didn't even know. Probably another carnival attendee recorded this. This is on live tape. In fact, the views I've seen of this video footage, I don't want to throw no shots, but I had to say this. This is on my heart. The views that this video have been getting probably exceeded more views than a pay-per-view buy that Devin Haney competed in. I'm just saying. The amount of pay-per-view buys that Devin Haney get is probably 5 times less than the amount of views that this video has gotten on social media with him. Let me basically, what I'm saying is one punch that Devin Haney threw got more views than him throwing about 300 punches in one fight. Devin Haney is a business. DHP Promotions, it is a business. So when Devin Haney does something in the public, on tape, on camera, especially when it has something to do with assaulting someone else with registered licensed hands as a professional boxer, he's liable to have 2 lawsuits coming down the pike for him. One lawsuit, obviously, is a criminal lawsuit for assault. That's just, if that man wanted to press charges against Devin Haney, he can. Not saying he will. I'm just saying the probability is very high and he can. The second lawsuit, pain and suffering. He can also say that, hey, I suffered a traumatic experience and cannot go back to my own workplace. Because if I go back to the same workplace and facilitate one of them rides, I'm going to be traumatized of what happened to me. He could also say I suffered a concussion. I'm saying that considering whether or not the guy is actually a worker that worked at this carnival. Okay? He could say all of these things because it's on tape. You can say anything you want in America and be lying on somebody, and it doesn't have to be on tape, and still be found guilty when you are a celebrity, when you are in the public eye. You know that, right? So imagine committing a crime, assaulting someone as a professional boxer, and it's actually on tape, and it's receiving so much traction on social media. Any attorney will look at this and say, this is an easy lick. So that's number one. Devin Haney is a business. Devin Haney is also the business. So not only is Devin Haney a business, but Devin Haney is the business. And what I basically mean is this. He's the business because he employs other people. You know that, right? Including the guys that threw a punch and landed a punch on this victim. That's possible that those guys are on payroll. I don't know if they're his security guards or not, or they just his homeboys, his friends, his relatives. I don't know. But Devin Haney takes care of other people. Other people depend on Devin Haney, right? I'm saying depend on him, meaning that they work for him, or they work for DHP, or they work for his dad or whoever. Wherever the money is being allocated from through Devin Haney, they work for Devin Haney. So he's not only a business, but he is also the business. And no employer want to go through being sued, especially when they are guilty. No person wants to be sued, especially if they are guilty. Now, if this guy comes out and say he was punched or assaulted by Devin Haney, and it was just an allegation, we can pick and choose whether or not we want to believe him. But this is not an allegation. This is a fact because it's on tape. Now let's get down to some other things. Speaking of Devin Haney being a business and the business. Because my homie that sent me the video and some other people told me that they heard that the man that was assaulted, the victim, may have used a racial slur against Devin Haney. Let's say the N-word. This is now that's an allegation. Let's say the guy did use the N-word against Devin Haney. I'm gonna debunk that myth right now. Let's say he did. Devin Haney still could have just walked away. So we're not going to allow Devin Haney or nobody else to use that excuse. You know why? Because we've heard other people of other demographics use that word, the N-word. And Devin Haney didn't do nothing to them then. We even heard Devin Haney's dad and Devin Haney himself use the N-word. So because Devin Haney used the N-word, I'm not giving him a pass. Nope. If Devin Haney used the N-word and someone used the N-word to address him, I'm not giving him a pass to assault them. This situation that happened with Devin Haney, you can call me a hater all you want. This situation that happened with Devin Haney has no excuse associated to it. It's unacceptable. Devin Haney is a professional boxer. You know what I would like to have seen Devin Haney do with that left hook? Go back in the gym and work on it. Who's his trainer, by the way? Because we know his dad don't train him. We already know that. His dad never trained him. We already know that. Who is Devin Haney's trainer? Okay, this public service announcement is for the train. Teach him how to throw a. I'm so sick of people with this. Yo, Devin need to work on that. Whatever punch that was. I don't know if that was a. I don't know what kind of. I don't know if that was a phantom punch. You know they call Muhammad Ali that phantom punch when he hit Sonny Liston the second time. I don't know. Devin need to get back in the gym. I would have liked to see him throw that left hand in the gym, sparring someone. I would have liked to see him throw that left hand in the gym, working the focus mitts. That's what I would have liked to see. I would like to have seen him throwing that left hand on a heavy bag in the gym. That's what I would have liked to see. You know why? Because that's showing that Devin Haney is back. That's showing that Devin Haney is going to be working on his flaws, his fundamental flaws. That's going to show that Devin Haney is in preparation to fight, at least at the minimum, by the end of this year. Last time he fought was in April. We're expecting to see him by the end of this year. I would have liked to see him throw that punch there as a professional within the confines of his profession in the boxing gym. That's what I would have liked to see, because he needs to improve whatever punch that was. I see how he lifted up his back foot. I didn't like it. I mean, it was distasteful anyway with him throwing a punch and landing it on the worker or whoever that guy was, the victim. But the fact that he landed it like that, I didn't like it. As a professional, he could have improved. And I'm not here to advocate violence. I'm just saying he needs to be in the gym throwing that punch. That's all I'm saying. Now, with that being said, who's the other guy that threw a punch? It was two guys that also threw a punch. The guy that was standing on the left-hand side, I think he had a white shirt on. At least that was what it looked like on the back, a white T-shirt. He was standing next to Devin Haney, to his left. He threw a punch. Then the guy with the blue one, I don't know if that was a sweatsuit or outfit, he threw a punch. It was like 3 or 4 guys against one guy. From what I saw, it could have been 2 guys, but it looked like I saw just one guy involved in this scuffle with multiple guys. And what I'm trying to figure out, and I'm not here to advocate violence, y'all know me, but what I'm trying to figure out is, how's the guy able to get up and be talking? I'm just saying, if you got a professional fighter, a professional boxer, he landed 1 punch. His 2 entourage members or more landed 1 punch, and he's not in the hospital. That's why the lawsuit gonna come down the pipe, because he's not in the hospital. In other words, his jaw wasn't wired. He's able to talk. And I'm not saying he should be in the hospital. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying is they did all of that for nothing. Because right after Devin Haney swung, he sat right back and he watched everything. And that's another reason why I want to debunk another myth. If anybody believe Devin Haney threw a punch but he didn't land it, okay, cool, I'm gonna let you have that. He shouldn't be sued because he never landed a punch. Nobody said that I heard, but you know me. I let everybody else on YouTube shoot they load out, and then I come in at the end and I give my perspective. So I don't know if somebody said it or not, but I've heard people that's not on YouTube, like as content creators, I heard them mention that to me personally. So let's say Devin Haney didn't land the punch after he threw it. Devin Haney sat back and watched members of his entourage assault that victim and never stopped it. You know the guy can file a lawsuit just because of that alone. What do I always tell y'all? Professional boxers must protect their assets. You see, when I said it about Deontay Wilder, y'all called me a hater then. When I said it about Tank Davis, some of y'all called me a hater then. And now I'm saying it about Devin Haney. Devin Haney was irresponsible in this whole entire situation because he threw a punch, number one. Number two, he landed a punch. And number three, he stood there and watched members of his entourage get into this physical altercation with this victim. Now, where his entourage is wrong at, Devin Haney shouldn't have been no more than 50 feet close to this altercation. The minute that, this is why I was just telling somebody this about situational awareness. You see, everybody keep what I keep teaching y'all. Listen to me. You ain't gotta like me, but you're gonna believe me. And you're gonna learn from me too. This is another example that I could use. It's another example I can use. When I tell y'all from now on, what I tell y'all 2 weeks ago, from now on, I'm not using that old adage in boxing that says you're only as good as your last fight. Know why? Because there's no truth to it. You're only as good as the team around you as a professional boxer. And the team around Devin Haney did a terrible job. I just told y'all, Devin Haney is a business, and Devin Haney is the business. And the business employ other people who depend on him for a livelihood. They didn't protect the bag. I don't care if they was his relatives or not. They did not protect the bag. Devin Haney, a business, was the bag in that situation. It's called situational awareness. The moment that his team, family members or not, collected enough data, realized that there was a potential threat, one of those guys should have walked Devin Haney all the way to the other side of the carnival before any punch was even thrown. Know why? Because it would be refutable to say whether or not those guys were with Devin Haney. They could have been regular carnival goers, and they just happened to see Devin Haney and stand next to him. But that's not what happened. That's not what happened, was it? Nope. That's where the team, you're only as good as your team in this game of boxing. Keep telling y'all that. Devin Haney should have never been on camera in the first place. So I don't care whether or not he connected when he threw the punch. He shouldn't have been in the vicinity in the first place. Period. Under no circumstances, he's a business and the business. Because those guys are nameless. Don't nobody know who those guys. The average boxing fan do not know the names of those 2 or 3 guys that assaulted that victim. The carnival goers, they don't recognize the face or faces of those guys that assaulted the victim. They don't recognize their names, do they? They know Devin Haney's face, don't they? Yes. They know Devin Haney's name, don't they? Yes. All right then. All right then. See, your favorite content creator won't speak on this. The real ones will, and probably already have, because I haven't been on YouTube. I don't know. But what I do know is the real one's going to speak up on this. Devin Haney is likely to be sued for libel. He's responsible for all this happening. Even for the guys who threw and landed a punch, they were with his entourage. He stood right there and he never stopped it. He never intervened. And then he threw a punch before that. He was the first. He initiated this physical fiasco. He was the first one to throw the punch. He wasn't, from the video I saw. Maybe there's another video that's out there that showed what happened moments beforehand. But the video I saw, it looked like Devin Haney provoked this physical altercation because he's the one that threw a punch over. He was standing about, I want to say about a half a foot behind two guys. He threw a punch over their shoulder. He initiated all of this. I'm just saying. He's wrong either way you slice it. He might be sued. He could be sued. And he can have charges pressed against him because he's registered. I mean, all of them can actually have charges filed against them. All of them. All the men that victimized this man. But I'm talking about Devin Haney, though. A business. I'm talking about Devin Haney, though. The business. Him. He didn't protect his assets in this situation because he should have never got involved in it. And let's say the guy did say something that Devin Haney didn't like. You see how fast Devin Haney walked away after this whole thing was done? That's what he should have done as soon as he heard something that he didn't agree with or he didn't like. Walk away. Want to know why? Situational awareness. As the professional athlete, wait a minute. I'm the cash cow. I'm the meal ticket. I'm the bag. You right. I'm going to roll out of here. Now, somebody in the chat just said that Devin Haney was a victim of a hate crime that resulted in violence. What was the hate crime? Yeah, let's talk about it now. What was the hate crime? What was it? Somebody tell me what was the hate crime. Tell me right now. Somebody said Devin Haney was the victim of a hate crime. What was the hate crime? Tell me right now. Can anybody in the chat tell me what was the hate crime? Okay, let's just say the hate crime was the N-word being used against him. Let's say a racial slur. Doesn't Devin Haney use the N-word? He does? Well, he don't get a pass from me. If you black and you use the N-word, apparently it's not as offensive when other people use it. That's where I'm at with that. That's my perspective. If you use the N-word and you say that the N-word is derogatory against black people and you use that word, I don't want you to start having selective outrage when another race use it. It's not as offensive for you to use it. And most blacks use that same very derogatory term against other black people. So don't be a hypocrite and get mad when somebody else uses it. That's just me. So no, I'm not giving Devin Haney a pass for that. And the other thing I want to tell you, because you know me, I miss the truth and evidence. You know we verify everything on this channel. If a racial slur was used against him, pull the tape up. All this was on tape, right? Pull it up and let me hear it. Is there any audio recording? Because if it's not, why are we talking about it? Who's spreading this information? Oh, man, the boy said he was the N-word. Okay. And he still could have walked away. His dad used the N-word, don't he? It don't bother him then. He used the N-word, don't he? Don't bother him then. Other people who are different races and ethnicities, they use the N-word, right? And Devin Haney ain't do nothing to them. Ryan Garcia's still walking around, ain't he? I'm not promoting violence. I'm just saying we can't pick and choose when we want to use this racial. Come on, we're not doing that. Y'all can do that. We're not doing that on this channel. We ain't doing that over here. A boxing hacker, stop, bro. You gotta stop this, bro. Every time we talk about this N-word stuff, and I like you, boxing hacker, and I appreciate your support, but every time we talk about this topic, bro, you be in the chat saying this. Bro, the context has absolutely nothing to do with it. It's either you use the N-word or you don't. There's no context with that. Does Devin Haney use the N-word? Yes, he does. Does other professional black fighters use the N-word, even on Twitter? Yes, they do. Even in interviews? Yes, they do. All right, then. Hey, listen. You know, people that are black use the N-word against me. Champ's side used the N-word against me. Remember he was here on this channel when I called him on the phone? The next day he did a live. He referred to me as the N-word. BFTB, didn't he use the N-word against me? All right. Where the justice for me at then? If the N-word is so derogatory, how come black content creators used it against me? Nothing happened to them. Well, I mean, I airified them, I cooked them. You know that. But I'm just saying, since we're talking about this perpetuates violence, nothing happened to them. All right, then. So if you use the N-word personally, as a black person, I don't want to hear no selective outrage with it. So I'm not giving Devin Haney a pass for that. He still could have walked away. Y'all got to stop making up stuff. He could have walked away just for the mere fact that he was the bag. Oh, he gonna call me the N-word? I do want to hit him, but you know what? I'm the bag. I have to protect my assets. I'm going to turn my back. I'm going to walk away. That's Devin Haney's response. That's Devin Haney's response. The team response. Situational awareness. Oh, we see that this about to go left. Oh, we see this going back and forth. We collected enough data and we perceive this person to be a threat. One member of the entourage put his arm around Devin. Yo, Dev, come on, let me holler at you for a minute. Take him around the... He around a corner. He on the other side of the carnival before any punch was thrown. That's the team's response. This should have happened in real life, but it didn't. What happened was Devin Haney threw a punch and initiated a physical assault on either a carnival worker, a boxing fan, or a civilian. It doesn't make a difference. Doesn't make a difference. Now, if the guy would have assaulted Devin Haney's first, then I can see him defending himself. But he's not a trained boxer. Is he? He's not a professional boxing athlete, is he? All right, then. So why he got to get sucker punched by a professional boxer? And we don't know what damages were incurred. We don't know if he got a black eye, swollen jaw. We don't know. But what we do know, that this video has gotten more views in total from one punch that Devin Haney threw, more than Devin Haney throwing 300 punches in one fight. This one video, one punch thrown and landed by Devin Haney, got more views on YouTube alone than the Devin Haney pay-per-view where he's thrown and landed over 200-something punches. That's all I'm saying. There's no place for this type of attitude in boxing. I told y'all that by the phone booth months ago. When people keep perpetuating this gangster image and trying to connect this gangster image to boxing. For what? I know they don't want to hear it, Malik, but we're going to deal with the facts and reality right now. That's what truth is. You know that's the definition of truth, fact and reality. Devin Haney should have never been involved in any of this. And no disrespect, because I don't want to advocate violence. Y'all know that. But the guy was able to get right back up. I thought 4 guys were supposed to lay you out cold, where somebody sustained multiple injuries. That's all that's all I'm saying. I'm not advocating for violence. I just want to, I'm putting everything in context. What I'm trying to do is make sure we don't leave no stone uncovered. Because when this live go over, When this broadcast is over, people going to be in my comment section saying all kind of crazy stuff. I'm going to get emails left and right behind this, like I always do when I talk truth about Devin Haney or Bill Haney or your favorite fighter or this guy or that guy. Come on. Y'all know Devin Haney was wrong. And Devin Haney should have never been around this type of environment because he is the bag. They don't know all those other guys' faces and names. They know Devin's, and that's all that matters. A lawsuit might come down the pipe behind this young man's actions. Criminal charges may come down the pipe because of Devin Haney's actions. I'm not saying they are, and I'm not saying I want them to. It's not about me. What I am saying is these are the possibilities that can happen. And if the shoe was on the other foot, we'd be having a totally different life right now. What I mean by that is this. Let's say if the roles were reversed. Let's say Devin Haney was trying to get on a carnival ride. And a fan walked up to him with 4 or 5 guys. And one of those guys sucker punched and cold cocked Devin Haney. And then 3 or 4 of his guys start punching on Devin Haney. And then they jump Devin Haney. Some of y'all will be asking for justice for Devin Haney, right? All right, then. Some of y'all will be asking for retribution for those 3 or 4 guys that jumped Devin Haney. All right, then. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. From a business perspective, Devin Haney should have never been involved in any of this. Situational awareness is important. So what that tells me, there's a lack of situational awareness from his own team. That might have been homeboy security, but this is why you can't walk around as a professional boxing athlete with homeboy security. You have to make the investment to get legitimate, official security. Because if legitimate, official security officers that was hired by their principal, Devin Haney, don't you know that the minute that the official security team would have collected enough data, processed that data, and concluded that there was a potential threat against Devin Haney, don't you know they would have removed Devin Haney before a punch was even thrown? Before a punch was even thrown. Situational awareness. Occupational awareness. They would have removed the principal, Devin Haney, away from the potential threat. That's what they, before a punch was even thrown. That's what they would have done. Every now and then, you might find Manager Marty with personal security. I remember the first time I had security detail with me. And a lot of people that are close to me, they didn't understand it. I mean, we were at a boxing event, and the fighter that I managed was competing that night. And some of the guys that was there with me, they might be watching this now. They remember this. This was a while ago. This wasn't recently. And some people was giggling about it. They wasn't doing it to diss me. They just never saw it happen. And they know I don't need security. They know that. So it wasn't about me. See, security's job is to prevent stuff from happening. They take preventative measures. Was no preventive. I'm sorry, I'm a college dropout. You know I'm not as intelligent as my other counterparts here on YouTube. You know, they're all smarter than me. The haters I'm talking about. You know, they're all smart. Y'all know that's not true. Bottom line is, they take preventive measures. That's what security's job is. It's not about, oh, you scared, so you got security. It has nothing to do with that. Preventive measures to protect the bag. And it's all about presentation, too. I got to throw that in there because that was another reason why I did it. But the point that I'm making is, if official, legitimate security detail was there, this whole situation probably wouldn't have gotten to where it has gotten to, especially with Devin Haney throwing a punch. The professional boxer is throwing a punch? Double salute to my guys, Lifeline Music TV, and all things. Salute to you guys, members of the channel, supervisors of the Road to Tape film crew. You're not good as your last fight. We got to stop that old adage, and I'm using Devin Haney's situation right now to debunk that. You're only as good as your last fight. No, you're not. Styles make fights. You're only as good as the team that's in your camp. And the team that was in Devin Haney's camp, they failed miserably. They failed on 2 or 3 fronts. Number one, no one removed Devin Haney away from the environment before a punch was thrown. Number 2, they even got involved on camera. And number 3, the guy was able to get right back up and talk about what just happened. I'm not advocating violence, but if you're going to jump somebody, if you're going to roll on somebody, how are they able to just get right back up and still be like, yeah, y'all ain't do nothing? How's that? After getting hit initially by a professional boxer, you couldn't knock him out? Now, he did look Mexican. They, you know, no disrespect to the guy's culture. Don't take this the wrong way, but we know Mexicans got the chin. I'm just saying, like Devin Haney had a clean punch on him, Omega Red. He sucker punched the guy. The guy didn't expect to get hit. He gets sucker punched, blindsided by a professional boxer. He ate that first punch. You know, when you sneak somebody, the first punch supposed to be your best. This is how I learned on the streets to fight. That's what I'm. That's all I'm. Hey, Teddy G. That's all I'm saying, Teddy G. First punch hit him. He ate that one. A second punch landed. Boom, he ate that one. Then he's in a scuffle with. I'm just trying to figure out how this guy even able to get up to even talk about it and possibly file a lawsuit or file criminal charges against Devin Haney. I'm not advocating violence. I just want y'all to understand that. It's certain people that you just won't get away with doing that to. Now, I don't know if Devin Haney and them sized this guy up and was like, oh, he ain't built like that. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they just was like, oh, we can bully him. Because the last time I checked, not one punch was thrown. When Tank Davis and Devin Haney's entourage and them each other, when they was arguing, y'all remember this a couple months ago, nobody threw a punch then. And I'm not saying a punch should have been thrown. I'm not advocating for violence. Since Boxing Hacker, what's his name, Boxing Hacker, keep talking about context. Let's put that in context. Not one punch was thrown. I heard Teofimo Lopez use the N-word, and he uses that a lot. And he called out Devin Haney. I didn't see nothing happen to him. Ryan Garcia used the N-word. I ain't seen Devin Haney do nothing Oh, Devin Haney can't beat him. I get it. But I'm just saying he ain't do nothing to him. So please, we're going to stop with the N-word was being used. Since there's no audio to prove it, we're not going to use it. And even if it was audio, so what? Devin Haney used the N-word. So what? That's my take on it. He used the N-word against other black people. Didn't Devin Haney file a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia? I'm gonna leave y'all with this. Didn't Devin Haney I just want to know. Didn't Devin Haney file a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia? He did? Can somebody in the chat? I just want to make sure we on the same page. Thank you, Malik Q. You ain't gonna find this nowhere else. That's why I'm glad you're here. Didn't Devin Haney file a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia? Can somebody, it doesn't matter who, in the chat, just say yes or no. I don't ask too many questions. It's just yes or no. Did he or did he not? Can one person, at least one, in the chat, just answer that one question. He did Omega Red? Thank you. So Devin Haney files a lawsuit against Ryan Garcia, right? Because he believed that injustice occurred, right? He believed something happened that wasn't right, right? Okay then. So that means that this guy can equally use the same measurement that Devin Haney used against Ryan Garcia. He can use that same measurement against Devin Haney. Yeah, he can file a lawsuit on Devin Haney and criminal charges. I don't want to see nobody go to hell, nor do I want to see nobody go to jail. But what I am saying is this guy who got assaulted can file a lawsuit against him. And because this video received more views from one punch from Devin Haney than 200 punches landed in one whole fight from Devin Haney, an attorney might pick this up and try to reach out to that guy. I'm just saying. We're not talking about Tank today. Now, other content creators that might not want to speak on this, I don't know. I'm speaking on it. Devin Haney was wrong. And all of you Devin Haney supporters, whether you're a content creator or a fan, you need to do what's right and call a spade and keep it 100. You know, I wonder what BFTB thinks about this. I really don't care, but I'm just asking because, you know, he's been disrespectful to me lately. So I figure, isn't he one of Devin Haney's people that spread the narratives on YouTube? He's a part of that camp, right? Or something like that, BFTB. I wonder what he got to say about this. He's used to assaulting people. That's not funny. I shouldn't have said that. So what? I said it anyway. BFTB, isn't he used to assaulting? He understands what assault is, right? Okay, so I want to hear what he think about Devin Haney assaulting this victim right here. You know, BFTB is used to assaulting victims. It just so happened that they're little girls and 18-year-olds when he's 30-something or 40-something. It's just, you know. But I'm just saying, he understands victim and assault. He understands that. So I'm just curious to know what his take is on all of this when it comes to Devin Haney's name being associated with victim and assault. That's all I'm saying. That's just something that just came off the top just now. I just want to know. I'm just curious. I'm just curious. You know, because the last time he said something about me, he said the only thing he's asking me to do is to ask my BITCH to suck his. Y'all remember that? Yeah, I just wanted to throw that. I thought I'd remind y'all. That was one of the last times I was on YouTube with live. You know, I did a couple of lives anyway, so what? Y'all get the point. That's all I'm saying about this whole situation. All this selective outrage, it cracks me up sometimes. So we're not going to use the narrative that the man used an N-word against Devin Haney. We're not going to use that. Devin Haney still could have walked away. He could have removed himself, and he didn't. His team could have removed him as well, because they should have had situational awareness before one punch was thrown. But they didn't. Devin Haney initiated this entire fiasco because he threw the first punch. Now, whether he landed or not remains to be seen. It looks like he landed from what I've seen. But let's say he missed. The fact that he thought about throwing it in the first place. And also, he needs who is his trainer? Because I know we had a new audience and I wanted to make sure I get that answer before we leave. Who is Devin Haney's trainer? We know it's not Bill Haney. Bill Haney never trained him. He probably held the mitts a couple times and rapped the same. Can y'all find some footage of that, by the way? You can't? Go on YouTube and see if we got some footage of... Okay, never mind. Anyway, who is Devin Haney's trainer? Nobody knows? I mean, I know a couple people that's watching me know who is training. They need to work on that left hand. Because what I saw in that video, the way he lifted up his feet, he lifted up his back foot when he threw that left hand. I was curious. I was just curious. From one boxer to another. I was just curious about what was that about. He needs to work on them fundamentals. That's all. Hey, look, man, I don't know. But we're not going to use that. So, yes, I agree with that, Minrod, and that's my point. There is 2 losses for Devin Haney in this situation. He could basically have a lawsuit filed against him. That's number 1 loss. And number 2, he can also get criminal charges filed against him. And even if he didn't land the punch, I will end it with this. The guy that stood to the left of him landed a punch. The guy that stood on the right of Devin Haney landed a punch. And guess what Devin Haney didn't do? He didn't intervene and he didn't stop it. So he's held liable because he has the name. He has the face and he has the money. Why? Because he is a business and he is the business. You know what? You know we're going to be on here live tomorrow. Come back here tomorrow, live and live in color. We're going to be right back here tomorrow, 5:30. Y'all already know how we do. Come on back here tomorrow, live and live in color. You know what? I'm doing way too much talking. Don't take my word for it. Roll the tape.